Thank you for that introduction, and good morning. It's my honor to serve as Dean of the College of Health Professions, and it is quite an honor for me to have the opportunity today to talk to you about the campus improvements that are being proposed for the College of Health Professions. I love my job as Dean, and one of the privileges of my role is interacting with and supporting students, faculty, and staff in the college. I connect with many in the health professions community through my daily tweets. Yesterday, I tweeted a quote by J.K. Rowling and asked my followers to imagine leaving a legacy. The quote in part, "Imagination is the uniquely human capacity to envision that which is not, the font of all invention and innovation, the power that enables us to empathize with humans whose experiences we have never shared." In talking to health profession students about the opportunity we have through the proposed campus improvements, I asked students to imagine leaving a legacy for those who will come behind those of us who are at Wichita State University now. I also asked our students to exercise their rights and responsibilities as members of the health professions and Wichita State University community by being informed, getting involved, and embracing the change that is needed and possible with all of the proposed improvements. Health profession students already enjoy courses, facilities, and opportunities in all other colleges on campus, as well as the university libraries. All of the proposed changes across the campus will most definitely benefit health profession students and position our students to enjoy education, opportunities, and experiences that are relevant and necessary to prepare health professionals for the demands of 21st century healthcare delivery. Within the College of Health Professions, there are two specific initiatives being proposed. The first, a new state-of-the-art space for our dental hygiene program. This initiative actually existed when I arrived and started as dean in August of 2014. Several faculty, staff, and students in the dental hygiene program, as well as faculty in the advanced education and general dentistry program, got together and worked with architects on plans to relocate the dental hygiene program to our School of Oral Health at 29th and Oliver. When I arrived, and in collaboration with the WSU Foundation, we agreed that we would raise the funds to support the relocation, but we would delay the beginning of a campaign until after the university's current Shock the Future campaign had ended. This referendum provides us with an opportunity to expedite that timeline. The second initiative proposed for the College of Health Professions is a new Health Professions Student Success Center, a one-stop location in Alberg Hall to provide support, advice, enrichment, opportunity, and environment to help meet the academic and professional needs of our students. To date, ideas for this Student Success Center include relocating our advisors to a central location along with a success coach, and also bringing all of the instructional services that are now on the first floor in Alberg Hall and in other places in Alberg Hall to one central location. What we're envisioning is an open concept that would include the vacated dental hygiene clinic space and some offices. And we want to get students involved, as we always do, in helping us envision what that space would look like for them. There are success centers at universities all across the country, and what is included in those centers depend on what that particular community needs. Some things that could be included in our center that students have asked for is a space for students to meet with tutors, to meet with other representatives from across the campus in Alberg Hall, like representatives from disability services or career development, and additional collision spaces for students to get together and work on projects. Starting on Tuesday of this week, we being Max Kars and Stephanie Zane, our student representatives, and we began hosting town hall meetings in Alberg Hall, sometimes 2 in one day. Yesterday we had 2, and today we have 2 scheduled. And the reason why we have so many town hall meetings scheduled is that we want to provide all health professions, pre-professional and professional students, with every opportunity to work one town hall meeting into their busy schedules. In these town hall meetings, we talk to students about being informed, getting involved, and embracing change. We've even created a button, I'm wearing one today, that each student leaving the town hall meeting is given and asked to recruit others to come to the town hall meeting. In talking about being informed, of course, we talk about the proposed improvements and the referendum vote. In terms of getting involved, we invite students to sign up to be part of one of 2 work groups that we're setting up. One work group will support the update of the current plans for relocation of the dental hygiene program. The second work group will focus on what should be in our Student Success Center in terms of meeting the specific needs of health professions, in addition to some of those things I already talked about. And in talking about embracing change, we encourage students to know the facts and help others know the facts. We pull up and show the University Shock the Future website that has a lot of very helpful information. We also show how to get to our college-specific site. And then we even issue a card that has information on one side, and on the other side it has the dates and times of all of our forums, and we encourage students to help someone else get involved by passing that card on. Lastly, we encourage students to exercise their citizenship rights, their rights and responsibilities as members of the community, and involve themselves in the referendum vote. Faculty and staff have also been attending the town hall meetings as well. Health professions, faculty, and staff are invested in the college, they're invested in Wichita State University, but most importantly, they're invested in our students. Our college faculty and staff, myself included, already provide ongoing support to student scholarships and college activities through generous donations to the WSU Foundation. We're already looking at how we can give financially to support these proposed improvements. The College of Health Professions is a primary supplier of a ready workforce in a variety of healthcare disciplines in Kansas and beyond. When we support the Shock the Future campaign, we will help the college continue to lead in providing highly qualified dental hygienists while ensuring that health professions' student success services are student-centered and innovation-driven.